No, wrong. Okay.
Recording in progress.
All right. Okay. And we got on here. Okay. It's looking on. Got it. Okay. We'll call this meeting to order. Barren County Fiscal Court, February 3rd, 2026, 9 a.m. Please call roll.
Jeff Fox is absent.
Absent, yep.
Derek Pettigo,
Here.
Tim Durham,
Here.
Tim Coomer,
Here.
Marty Kinslow,
Here.
Ronnie Stinson,
Ronnie is sick today.
Brad Gross,
Here.
Judge Bird.
Here. Okay, thank you all for joining us today. We have no adoption of the orders of the day, but welcome. I will say this, just for everyone that's listening in online, this has been an extreme storm that we've been through. This is now going on day, 10 on this now? But we had a lot of people affected by this storm. We've had a lot of road issues because of the ice, but we are working hard to deal with that, and I will give huge props to our road department. They have been working non-stop since the storm it started, and even before that, to be prepared for this. And I've gotten major compliments from other individuals in the community, but also outside of our community, about how great that they have done. The state transportation cabinet has reached out, commending them on what they've done so far. We still have a lot of roads because we have 612 county road miles to take care of, but they have done a phenomenal job. The other thing, too, to remember is our emergency management. They did another thing as well. We got a call on Sunday morning. The governor's office called Sunday morning at 5 a.m. to my house. And then also Jim Gray was on the call, and we talked about the seriousness that Barren County was one of the hardest hit, as well as our neighboring counties, Allen, and Monroe was hit pretty hard as well. I'm going to let Garland touch on some of this stuff, but it was a very serious time. We got asked at that point if the National Guard, we needed assistance, and they were more than willing to work with us. I think went Monday morning, there were 90 National Guard deployed to our area and surrounding counties, and they helped us with tree removals and great things. And Garland and Marcus and all of the assistant directors at the Emergency Management Center was, what was the center we set up? What is it called? The what? The EOC. That's the first time that it's been set up, because you don't set that up only in times of true emergencies and when National Guard is deployed. So they set that up. I went up there that day, and I was just so impressed with everything they had going on and the amount of people we have without electricity. I think everybody had electricity by Friday in Barren County. Some of the ones in closer to my area were probably the hardest hit, but kudos to all the linemen that were out there in the cold temps, and I saw just unreal amount of help come in from outside. We had other people coming in from other cities, states. The emergency management director from Frankfort called me morning and evening every day last week to make sure that Barren County was taken care of. We actually even got assistance from KYTC. KYTC reached out to see if we needed any more assistance from them, because they had access to more equipment, and they even helped us out with some really slick spots on some hills. They had bigger equipment. They were able to do that, and they were great as well. So great opportunity to be able to help out as much as we can. And thank you to everybody in Frankfort and anyone that has helped us be able to get the accessibility that we did with this storm. So, Garland, I'm going to let you touch on the storm and kind of any updates that you have with anything.
I think you pretty well hit it all. The National Guard was super phenomenal, and they offered us a seat at the table. So Marcus or I, one was at the National Guard Armory every day last week, helping coordinate missions. We did a lot of welfare checks, transportation of healthcare providers to the nursing homes and hospitals. We did several welfare checks after that, and then when Frankfort offered us cut and toss teams, we jumped right on that, because our road department on Monday was having trouble pushing snow, because they had to keep stopping and cutting trees out of the road. So all the ice on the tree limbs brought the trees down. The electric companies couldn't get to their outages. So we kind of halted the snow to work on cutting trees out of the road. So getting the National Guard Armory in here, Kentucky Division of Forestry, and a private contractor out of Atlanta, Georgia, they all started cutting the trees so we could get back to pushing snow. So I think that speaks volumes to the relationships we built in Frankfort to get some of this stuff as quick as we did. Yesterday, we had FEMA here doing a joint preliminary damage assessment. So as soon as the dust settled, we had FEMA in here once more. So.
Another thing too to touch on is a lot of people don't, I didn't talk about this either, but our first responders, I mean, we had volunteer fire departments out helping with trees. You think about, we had ambulances still running in this crazy weather, and then you had also, I saw 911 made a big post as well about how many calls they received in the last 10 days. So I think that it was a great coordinated effort between all entities in this situation.
And the Sheriff's Department, Police Department
Yes.
also checking on stranded motorists and things, so we appreciate all that.
Yeah.
But one thing I did want to hit on was in 2023, we made an investment to purchase a warehouse for emergency management equipment. We looked at all the different potentials of what that could be other than just putting our equipment under roof. And then we ended up buying the U.S. Bank building, and we spent a lot of money on that building and on the conference center. So I got contacted by the Salvation Army. They wanted somewhere to set up to start distributing food, not just to us, but to the surrounding counties and northern Tennessee that had these outages. So through the investment that you all made, we had the Salvation Army are actually still in our warehouse with all their supplies under roof and in the heat. We've got their management team set up in the conference room at the Barren County Development Center. They were super impressed with the arrangements we made them, and actually made the comment that's the best setup they've ever had. So thank you all for that investment, and it is paid forward.
Yes. Thank you all for everything that you all did during the storm. Okay, next. Is there anything else? Any other announcements that we have coming up?
Not to take away
Go ahead.
from anybody else, but I just want to mention the farmers. in
Yeah, there were
this
other farmers that
situation.
kind of helped other farmers. Yes, I saw that too.
And just their effort of feeding us every day. I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever worked on a dairy farm in this kind of weather, or had beef cattle and had to break ice and stuff. So I just want to give a shout out to all the farmers.
Well, you look at too, in some of our neighboring counties, they've had issues with water. And I've seen some even posts from Glasgow Water Company, and they've had some major issues, and they've been able to get that done really quick. That we don't have issues like that. What was it they were talking about? Like we had to actually help out in Monroe County because there was a chicken house. What was that? Yeah.
They had several of the chicken houses were without water because they had electrical pump failures at the water company. So
In Monroe County.
In Monroe County. So I do want to hit on that though with our water company. They had power outages too. We actually ran into them over at the fuel pumps filling up their tank to go make their generator run. So Glasgow Water Company had the backup generators and had the ability themselves to stay up and running. So we're just so blessed that we're prepared, and Glasgow Water Company did a great job. So in Monroe County, we actually had to deploy generators to the pumps to actually get them up and going so that they could make sure. I think Allen County had a 12,000 head pig farm that was without water. So, I mean, all the farmers need their water and need their feed, but when you have those big operations with no water, it's a big problem. So, the Kentucky Department of Agriculture, I know Barren County's Extension Office actually went to Monroe County to help with that. So, it's been a big coordinated effort across the region. So we're blessed.
Yeah.
And a lot of the private individuals that help scrape roads and farms
Oh, yeah.
and stuff too.
I mean, everybody was, there was so many people. And you know, another thing too, another investment that you all did that really has paid off too is having the salt storage bin that was built, because, we went through every bit of that salt. And we've already ordered another 200 ton. So there's reasons for what you all have done over the last 3 years, and it's paying off in your investments. So I want to say kudos to that. I was just, like I said, I was just so impressed with just the coordinated efforts amongst all of our entities in Barren County and how everyone handled the situation. Because I don't think everybody understood, but the courthouse, for example, we had to sub out some of the sidewalks to try to get that back open because the courthouse was closed Monday and Tuesday. So we were up here on Monday. Helena, was it Tuesday? Helena was out there. She had a shovel going. I mean, she was really working. Deputy Adam Bowe was really helping with that as well. Even Chad Mullenkamp, the superintendent of Glasgow Schools, was just passing by and just casually helped. Yeah, he did. But the sidewalks on the courthouse had 2 inches of ice on them. And just getting the courthouse back open was not an easy task because there's so many areas that would be unsafe to people if we hadn't had people to come in to get that done. So it was a crazy storm. I mean, it wasn't something like we've ever had, and since, I mean, it's been a long time since we've had a storm like that. And the temps, knock on wood.
The only other thing I'd like to add, Judge, is also the investment we put in the road department the last few years. As far as the extension of the salt bin, being able to hold more, the update on the equipment, there would have been no way we could do what we did if those investments hadn't been made in the last few years.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep. So great job, everyone. So we got the test this past week, and we tested it all, and it worked. So next up, okay, so no more announcements. Marcus, you're my announcement person. You always keep me in the loop on that, okay? All right, next, new business. Need to approve the minutes of the January 20th meeting, January 20th, 2026. I need a motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Pettigo. Second by Gross. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Need to approve the payment of claims as presented. I need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Motion by, Durham. Who did the second?
Second.
Second by Kinslow. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Need to approve the transfer of funds. I need a motion and a second.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Kinslow.
Second.
Second by Coomer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approve the invoice from Fly High USA for $10,763.99. I need a motion and second.
So moved.
Motion by Coomer.
Second.
Second by Durham. This is, okay, we received the SAR grant for the dive team and first responders. I will say this too about the dive team. I didn't even say that. They had to respond. There was a fisherman that their boat had collapsed or flipped over right down there at the spillway during the, like, what was that, Sunday, or is that Saturday? Saturday. I mean, in the temps, and they were hanging onto a tree when they got down there. So this is their grant that they received. So this is all fully paid for by that grant. This is just the invoice for the purchase they were approved. Okay. All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. I was trying to think, is there anything else that I have not covered that you all need, that we need to get done today?
Just keep an eye on your neighbor through all of this. This has been bad on the older, well, I guess I'm in the older group now because I've had a few falls myself, so just keep an eye on everybody.
Yeah. And thank you to all the other entities, city governments, county governments, everyone that worked together on everything. The other thing, too, to note, if you ever have any issues, please just contact here at the office, the County Judge Executive's office, or you can email me at cje@barroncountyky.gov. Anything else, magistrates? Nothing? All good? All right. I will say this, we are going to have an admin meeting. Admin and Budget Committee special called next Monday at 4 o'clock. And that will be to discuss concerns that we have as a fiscal court with the current animal control proposed amendment, because there is a current already animal control ordinance in place. So the amendments that were submitted to us, we're going to review that next Monday at 4 o'clock. So anybody that would like to attend, you can attend that. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Nothing? All right. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Coomer.
Second.
Second by Pettigo. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.